Kellerbier. These are Kellerbiers / Zwick'ls, I guess. 4 from Germany and 1 from Sweden. Always fun to compare. These 3 with the nice swing top caps are not available in Sweden. They were kindly sent to me from Thierry in the Netherlands. I'm super excited about them, and this will be my first ever Hacker-Pschorr beer. And then I bought Weihenstephaner Kellerbier because this is available in Sweden. I know what it tastes like, and I'm imagining it's easier for you as well to get hold of it. So that way we can have a common reference, you know. And then this one is from Nynäshamns Ångbryggeri, Nynäshamn steam brewery. So Kellerbiers were traditionally stored in cold caves. You made beer gardens outside of these caves where you could sit in the sun and enjoy the beer. They are unfiltered and usually pretty cloudy. Actually, to me, a pretty similar mouthfeel to wheat beers. And this one is called Zwick'l Kellerbier. And Zwick'l is the name of the thing, the little tap, where the brewmaster could sample the beer from the barrel just to make sure everything was proceeding as planned. And at that point in the brewing process, the beer isn't completely finished. And I guess somehow people enjoy that. In my experience, the Zwick'l beers are a little bit lighter and softer. But when modern breweries are mimicking this style, Kellerbier and Zwick'l beer are pretty much the same thing. The Zwick'l beer that got me into this style was actually an American one from Urban Chestnut. It's not available in Sweden anymore, unfortunately, but I remember it as super soft, smooth, with that creamy mouthfeel. So then when I started to dig into the German Kellerbiers, I could sometimes feel, ooh, this is spicy. Should it be this much flavor in Kellerbiers? But I've learned along the way it can be big differences between the different breweries. Different flavor and also different colors. All the way from pretty blonde to pretty dark. So I'm really curious to see what these beers look like. Let's start with Weihenstephaner, because I think it's the most widely spread. The expiration date is more than 10 months ahead, so a really fresh bottle. The numbers before Kellerbier, 1516, refers to the Reinheitsgebot, the German beer purity law. Cloudy, dark amber, nice color, smells like a spicy Helles. Have lemon, lot of herbs. It's pretty malty. Compact rye bread together with digestive biscuits. It's zesty, lemon or orange zest, peppery. A little bit of bread yeast and also pears. I so want to dig in, but let's open the other ones. Let's go for the Hacker-Pschorr next. And I know this isn't the correct glass. This one is for Hefeweizens, but it's the only Hacker-Pschorr glass I have, and I really want to use a Hacker-Pschorr glass. Actually, I forgot to do that with the Weihenstephaner, but I think I will gently turn it around. I've noticed if you just pour half of the bottle and you don't turn it around like this, the first half can be pretty clear, and then all the cloud is in the other half. Now let's see, I'm not used to these caps. We don't have them in Sweden. It's only when Thierry sends me beer I get these caps, but here we go. Woo! Lighter in color and also much more clear. This is not as fresh as the Weihenstephaner, but it still has 4 months left until the expiration date. This has a more bread crusty, almost cookie doughy aroma. It's blonder than the Weihenstephaner, I think. We will compare them later, but it smells a lot darker, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's almost nutty. You have the sourness, but not the same zestiness. It smells like dark bread, nuts, and almost a hint of figs. Interesting. Quite the difference. Now the Aktien Zwick'l Kellerbier from Bayreuther Bierbrauerei. Turn. I don't know if this makes any difference. And... Oh, oh, that scared me. What a strange delay. Maybe the darkest yet. This bottle unfortunately has only a few days left to the expiration date. Hopefully it still tastes good. I mean, there is a date for a reason, right? Some people say never drink beer that are more than a couple of months old. But in my experience, German beers usually keep their flavors pretty well, even the older ones. Also like the Hacker-Pschorr, more bread crusty, kind of sweet dark bread. Did I find raisins? Yeah, herbal, spicy raisins. This smells really delicious. You have the lemon as well, but it's the sweet side that really grabs my attention. A little bit syrupy actually. It smells like a more herbal, spicy version of Dunkel. Oh man, only 2 bottles left to smell. Self-discipline. Mönchshof. I don't know anything about this brewery. It's completely new to me. And... woohoo! Also a dark beer. This time with a bit more cloud again. The expiration date is 3 months from now. Lemon zesty, lots of nice herbs, white bread. Yeah, maybe the lightest malt base so far. More white bread, almost crackery. Maybe I got the darker malt after a while. It's a bit biscuity in the background, but it smells blonder than it looks, if you know what I mean. Well, after a while I actually got some syrup. Maybe all these beers will develop a bit during this tasting. And the Swedish one from Nynäshamn. Kalkskär Källaröl. Källaröl means cellar beer, so Kellerbier. And I actually didn't notice until now that this bottle has lower ABV than the other ones. This is more Pilsner strength, and all the others are over 5%. So maybe I should have chosen a beer with more similar ABV, but this has become a Swedish modern classic. I think it was brewed the first time in 2018, and after that it never left. The beer is named after the island Kalkskär outside of the city of Nynäshamn. All the beers from this brewery are named after either islands or other landmarks close to the brewery. It has more fruits, almost tropical. I wonder if they use some modern hops. No, only Sats and Bellema. It smells really refreshing. Yeah, maybe it's mostly lemon and orange. You know, freshly squeezed, sweet, sun-ripe oranges. Some nice mix of herbs, but definitely the most fruity of them. But yeah, let's put them now side by side. What a sight, right? Nynäshamn is definitely the blondest. Hacker-Pschorr and Weihenstephaner in the middle. And then Mönchshof and Bayreuther the darkest. So let's sniff them through one more time and compare the aroma. Weihenstephaner, bready, spicy, maybe the most powerful malt profile. White rye bread and crackers. The Hacker-Pschorr with the sweeter, darker bread. It's spicy but not as herbal, if you know what I mean. Also honey, actually, I get now. The Bayreuther even less herbal and spicy, with the dark sweet bread, figs. But there is that oomph of kind of pepperiness. Yeah, smells really dark. The Mönchshof, now we're back to more herbal notes, but you still have the raisins, dark wet bread, and the syrup also smells dark. And Nynäshamn, the fruitiest with the oranges. I need to compare as well what I said about the aroma the first time and if things have changed. But now we have to dig in. Let's start from this side with the Weihenstephaner. Prost, cheers, skål. Oh yeah, I was so thirsty. Yeah, it's like a nice pilsner, but you have that added creamy mouthfeel. It's zesty, both lemon and lemon zest. Herbal, a bit peppery. The malt base is actually lighter than the nose implied. You have crackers in the beginning, but when it dries out in the aftertaste, you get more of the rye bread. The bitterness is between a North German Pilsner and Munich Helles. Yeah, a fantastic beer. Water. Let's pour a little more into the Hacker-Pschorr glass so we get a nice head. And let's give it a go. Prost. It's lighter than the Weihenstephaner, has more of a disappearing aftertaste. It wasn't as flavorful as I expected. You have more of the lemon sourness, and without the zest it feels drier. Yeah, very light in comparison. White bread when you look for it in the finish. So far, I definitely prefer the Weihenstephaner. But maybe if you really crave something light, I don't know, I miss the zest and the herbs. But let's try the Zwickl Kellerbier from Bayreuther. Prost. Pleasant aftertaste. It's also pretty light, a nice contrast to the others with more of the figs and dark bread. Now the lemon zest is back. So I'm happier. It's a little bit peppery on the tongue, but apart from that, pretty low on the herbal notes. I like this one, and this would be interesting to compare against Munich Dunkel, because in my mind they are pretty similar, and that is the thing, right? You can make a Dunkel Kellerbier. It's a style within a style. Mönchshof, Prost! Also, very nice aftertaste. It's bready but light. It's more like freshly baked white bread than dark bread, which I got in the aroma. But you still have a hint of the raisins. Well, now I got the... It's almost cookie doughy. Wow, that was nice. All of a sudden. Nice herbs in the finish. Medium to low bitterness. Yeah, I like this one as well. Both of these definitely have more of the dunkel qualities. I actually have to return quickly to the Aktien Zwick'l Kellerbier to compare. It's a bit more zesty and spritzy. I don't know if it's more highly carbonated, but I get more of a tingle on the tongue. But I think I prefer the aftertaste actually in the Mönchshof. Yeah, the malt base with both the white bread, the cookie dough and the herbs are lingering in such a pleasant way. Before we taste the Swedish one, I just want to go back quickly to Weihenstephaner. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's just two different styles. The Weihenstephaner is more of a soft Pilsner Kellerbier, and these two more Dunkel Kellerbier, if I were to guess. And the Hacker-Pschorr, I don't know. I'm a little bit disappointed. But now Nynäshamns Källaröl. Skål! Yeah, that's nice. It is more fruity. It's the only one of these 5 beers that has orange flavors. It's also spicy and bitter. It feels like it's the most bitter of these 5. Nice bitterness lingering in the aftertaste, together with herbs and a light malt base. Yeah, more like crackers, I would say. Lemon zest. Somehow it feels the most modern, but it says on the bottle only classic noble hops. And after these beers in the middle, it's pretty nice with some bitterness. Should I give Hacker-Pschorr one more chance? I really want to like Hacker-Pschorr. Yeah, it's drier, which I guess brings out the rye bread malt base, but then the aftertaste, it just disappears compared to the others, and aftertaste is important to me. I guess I have to try it in another context. If you have any suggestions, for instance, what to eat to this beer, or the other way around, I'm curious to hear about it. But super interesting to see how different they were. My favorites, obviously, were the Weihenstephaner and the Mönchshof, depending on which flavors you are after. And then Nynäshamn, if you want something more modern. Which Kellerbier is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Check out more German beer videos in this playlist. Thank you for watching, and remember, drink responsibly!